use the both NICs to get more throughput, or you can actually connect to two different networks and use the computer as a router. So you'll see this is what's called a toolless case, and you'll see that you require very little tools to do a lot of regular maintenance, such as like changing cards or adding hard drives, that you'll see. So you don't need, actually, to secure these, you don't need a screwdriver. You just use this little flap door here to latch, and you're good to go. To showcase a little more of the toolless case, I'm going to go ahead and install the hard drive. You'll see it has these extra screws here that slide into the slide. You'll see if you purchase an additional hard drive, you have extra screws here that you could just attach to the side as so. And basically all you do is line it up with the rails here and just slide it in until it snaps. Now it's secure in there. If you turn it around here, you can see a green spot. So as you can see here, you have this little flap that if you move that open, that's how you can release the hard drive. So next thing we're going to install is the DVD drive, and that is the same concept. It has screws here on the side, and you can see there's additional screws for additional devices if you add them. So you just slide that right here, line it up, and then it snaps in place. And here you got a better view of the green slide I was describing earlier. You just lift that, and it slides out. And you hear it snap. And you got that. So the next thing we're going to go ahead and install are the cables for the SATA cables for the drive and the hard drive and the DVD drive. You can see here the cables are labeled so you know which side goes where. System board here, and then okay. So we're going to go ahead and connect these SATA cables. First one we'll do is the hard drive. So again, we're going to put this side to the system board. If you look closely, you can see they're labeled. You know, this is their SATA 0, SATA 1. You may not be able to see it, but you know, you always start with 0. So we're going to go ahead and connect the first one in there. SATA 0. Then we're going to connect the other end to the hard drive. And connect this now to the second one, system board. Make sure double check the sides. And to the next one, and go ahead and connect this to the DVD drive. Next thing we're going to connect are the power cables for the drive, for each drive. Again, what I mentioned before about the color connectors. You see these are black, and you have matching black connectors here on the board. So you can go ahead and put those both in and apply and connect this to, it doesn't matter which one they go because they also apply the same amount of power. So you put one for the hard drive and one for the DVD. I'm actually going to relocate this here. Use the second connector, so that way if you in the future, if you attach another drive, you have this one available for the following drive. And there you go. So since we started with power, let's go ahead and install the power supply. So here's the power supply. So you want to make sure you put the fan and the power cable to the out. And as I mentioned before, this case was designed for all these components, so everything pretty much fits and snaps into place very well. So this kind of slides in, and then you hear that click, so now you know it's in secure. But we're going to secure it even more with screws. So let's continue with these cables. We're going to find white connectors. So we got some on this side here that we're going to plug that into to match. And we have some more connectors here, which we're going to go ahead and line up. So you can see the white connectors. And found the other white connector notch that up. Okay. You hear everything snap, you know it's in there. They're good. So we're going to take advantage of, see these little clips here, these are wire management, help keep the wires neat on the board, so we're going to take advantage of that, keep this clean and working good. So there you go. We got all that connected. Now we have some additional components here that we're going to connect. If you look here, we have some additional USB ports and LED light and a headphone jack. So these are all additional components we're going to connect using these cables here. Again, like we mentioned, we have color-coded connectors, so we're just going to line them up. So I'm actually going to remove this one really quick to line these up, make it a little easier. We'll put that cable back. So let's start with the black one. And then also you can see how there's a missing hole there. You know how to line it up. So you see there's a missing pin. So you line that up with the filled hole. And it snaps right in. Next, we're going to do the blue. The green. Followed by the yellow. Big road. Okay, and last we have this little LED light. And we're just going to pop that in. These small ones are a little tough sometimes, but there we go. Got that in. Alright, so we got just a few parts left. We're going to go ahead and install this fan, which provides cooling to the computer. And we have a spot for it right here. Like we mentioned before, color-coded connectors. There's a connector nearby right here, so we're going to go ahead and pop that in. Oh, just so you know, we did disconnect this pin. Let's not forget to put it back. There we go. Now we're going to connect this one right here. Okay. Let's line that up. Change the tip on the screw. Go ahead and get these in. You know, a lot of these components are delicate, so just be sure to screw things in a zigzag pattern so you don't apply too much pressure. Always remember that. And no need to over torque anything, just need to get it turned off so it's tight and stable. Get every part in, and then once you have all the screws in, then tighten everything else. And there we go. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and install the RAM chips. See here, we're going to start with this one right here. You can notice you have this notch here.